Fresno State has won the opening toss and has elected to receive. David Dunn is deep to receive off Brooke Knight's kick. Angles it to the far side. And Dunn lets it go out of bounds. And it is a touchback, so it'll come back out to the 20-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs with a big 42-39 loss at Baylor last week. Here's Jerry Pettibone. He won his first game on the road since the Oregon game against Wyoming. He is now 3-19-1 overall, running the spread option offense in his 9th year as a head coach.
Jimmy, we won't see nearly the blitz set that Rocky Long ran defensively last week. This is too good an experienced offensive line and quarterback to do that. More of a straight-up defense. A lot more zone mix, a lot more straight-up football. We'll see how this three-man rush that Oregon State has worked on. Their new defense can handle it without 5 and 6 people going every time.
Well, time was called for a moment to get things set up correctly, and now we're ready to go. First down and 10, Fresno State from their 20-yard line. Trent Dilfer is the quarterback. He's been injured. He did not throw the ball until Thursday. This is Rivers, outstanding running back. And we appear to have a fumble. Let's wait to see what happens. Oregon State saying they got it.
This is a great running back tandem. Rivers with the ball had over 1,000 yards, 1,007 yards.
Whoa. Beavers have it. So the Beavers recover a fumble on the first play from scrimmage. And what great field position at the 23-yard line. Dennis Edwards recovered the fumble for Oregon State.
Big way to start this. Now take a look. It's just the eye toss. This is a featured play, and there's Rivers up the center. There's the ball loose. Obviously, get down there, Beavers. And they do. Good hustle.
Looked like Michael Hale made the tackle that jarred the ball loose. First and 10. Beavers. Excellent field position to begin the game. Down the wishbone. Shields elects to keep. Gets a couple of yards, and that's all. He's knocked down by Gene Smith. Smith with an excellent game last week, I should say, with 9 tackles.
Smith's their rover back.
Here's the starting lineup for Oregon State. The backs and receivers, Ian Shields again at quarterback, Chris Cross, J.J. Young, wonderful game last week, John Young and Chad Paulson. Offensive line, Barcraft at tight end, Albaugh, Latu, Fenga, Kalanavalu, and Garrett. Second down for the Beavers. Shields again. 5-yard line. Touchdown Beavers. It took 2 plays for the Beavers to squirt into the end zone. Ian Shields runs it in. He gained 42 yards rushing last week. And now right off the bat on the second play of the game, he goes for 7 for 6.
This is unbalanced to the right. This is to the short side of the field. Nobody out there. And look at this. They're trying to play it with the safety coming inside out, and 2 people actually mixed up. It looks like that Fresno State had 2 people with leverage trying to stop the pitch man, and Ian makes the good decision up inside and then shows that blazing speed we've heard about and scores.
They took only 39 seconds for the Beavers to get on the board. Here is the kick. It is up and good by Doug Stuckey. And so quickly, Oregon State jumps on top. We'll take a break. When we come back, Oregon State leading 7-0. .1409 left to play in the first quarter, and the Beavers score in their first offensive possession.
Take a look at this. There's supposed to be some leverage coming from outside, and it just isn't there. Ian makes the right decision. Crisscross downfield, stocking his man, makes the wise decision not to throw the block, and Ian just beats the defense to the end zone. There he is.
Nice play on the play by J.J. Young. Got an excellent block.
Fresno State is just loaded with kickoff and punt return people. Charlie Jones, one of the best in the country at both.
And Brooke Knight will kick it away. Oh, this one got on the board fast.
David Dunn, that is back there now, averaged 24 yards last week.
Dunn will take it 3 yards deep in the end zone. He's going to bring it out after hesitation. Back to the 15. Gets to the 20-yard line. So he loses nothing had he stayed in the end zone. Tackled by Chris Cross. Here's the starting lineup for Fresno State. Trent Dilfer, Charlie Jones, Titus Winans, David Dunn, and Ron Rivers. Dilfer, remember, has been injured. The offensive line, Jeff Arnold, Ron Collins, Josh Coldiron, Jason James, Russ Hartman, and Dan Hahn, who jumped up from the backup position today. We have a flag down on the field. It looks like an offside judgment. They're still sorting it out. The referee today is Jim Saraceno. The umpire is Jim Crittenden. Bill Euler, the linesman. John Iribaran, the line judge.
We have offsides against the receiving team. Penalty is declined. First down.
The rest of those officials, John Cobb is the linesman, Charles Sisk, the side judge, and Frank White is the back judge. Here's Jim Sweeney. What a marvelous job he has done here. He is 10-6 versus the Pac-10 while he's been here at Fresno State. He's in his 29th year as a head coach. He's won 181 football games.
Quite a gentleman. Interesting gentleman,
he is a lot of fun. And slipping down as he tried to turn the corner is Anthony Daigle. And I think, Steve, we're going to see all night Daigle and Rivers sharing the rushing responsibilities.
Well, they list Daigle as number 2, but he's actually the co-starter. They averaged 990 some odd yards between them last year. One just over 1,000 and the other just under it. Daigle scored 16 touchdowns last year, Jimmy, and he's the guy that gets it closer to the goal line. You could see the strength right there, just a straight arm around Michael Hale.
And he made his only start of the season against Oregon State last year in that game that was won by the Beavers in Corvallis. It's 2nd down and 4 for the Bulldogs. That's Dunn going in motion. Fake to Daigle, and it's complete to Winans. Gets across the 30-yard line, so it'll be a first down. Mark Schultz makes the tackle for Oregon State. There's big Mark Schultz, number 64, 252 pounds, a walk-in on 1989.
Well, Mark Schultz makes an absolutely great play. This quick screen is a touchdown here. Watch Schultz. There's the great block by the tackle. Schultz is a defensive end. He gets out there to make that play, and there is nobody, folks. Look for max protection out of this Fresno State team and trying to go deep early in the game.
Dunn again motions to the far side. Daigle. Big hole for Daigle. Comes across the 40-yard line, and he is close to a first down, but I don't believe he reached the stake. Tony Obilovich on the tackle for the Beavers. Here's the Oregon State defense. Chad DeSully, Tom Holmes, and Mark Schultz in that front three. Linebackers, Tony Obilovich, Corey Hewitt, Rico Petrini, and Dennis Edwards. Kane Rogers is back in practice but is not starting tonight. Reggie Tung, Michael Hale coming off that great game, William Ephraim, and Buster Ilahi, a freshman, a true freshman, making his first start of varsity football here in only his 2nd game. And that'll put him in the record books. Dennis Boyd started, I think it was in '73, in his first game. There's Buster. Pull your shirt down, Buster.
He doesn't dress like he's a veteran. He dresses like he's a freshman. You're correct.
170 pounds from Conroe, Texas.
That's a rocket he's got back there. He had a great game for a rookie last year, or a freshman last week. Nickelback, played a lot of plays.
2nd down and a yard. This is Daigle again. He's got the first down. Some nifty running. Clears him across the midfield stripe. And Fresno State moves into Beaver territory. William Ephraim makes the tackle for the Beavers. He had 7 tackles last week at Wyoming.
Well, this is a passing team, the way people think of them, but it's got great running backs. They missed Lorenzo Neal last year, their fullback who's playing for the New Orleans Saints now. But look at that. It's just a counter. Great move by Daigle. You can't tackle this guy with an arm, and he's very shifty. Oregon State's going to have to gang tackle all day long.
Fresno State with 611 yards of total offense last week in the loss to Baylor. Tackle shaken off by Jones. And another fine play. Michael Hale comes up to make the tackle. But significant yardage by Jones to make it first down and 10.
Well, you talk about the speed of these guys. 4.35 in the 40 for Jones. Titus Winans, the other wideout, is 4.37. Just take a look at this. Just throw the quick screen. Then they've got the great ability outside to run, and you just have to have the corners stand them up, play them a little bit, turn them in, and wait for help.
Jones had a big game last week, 7 receptions for 173 yards. So it's first down. Daigle gets nowhere. Stacked up front by Tony Obilovich and Corey Hewitt. I didn't see Tony's dad this week. He's a rabid fan, of course, and he was there last week at Wyoming.
I think he may still be in Cheyenne. Some of the things he was saying, there may be some people taking offense.
There's Tony Obilovich, plays with great intensity, very emotional player.
He had a great game last week, playing the tight end man-to-man a lot from his linebacker position. That was a fine tight end, Mike Jones.
It's second down and 10, split backs now. Straight back to throw. Incomplete. Intended for Jones. Obilovich on the coverage for Oregon State. Some people think Dilfer, Steve, is the best drop-back passer in America.
Well, I think he may be. He's certainly strong enough to be. You watch him out there in warm-ups, he looks like an offensive tackle. Huge and big legs. He's got a very quick release. You can see the size of him at 6'5", 225. He looks more like 245 standing next to him. But he really has great rotation on the ball and a tremendously quick release for a guy that size. Surprised they don't use him a little more in the shotgun.
There's the 7th winning active coach in Division I, Jim Sweeney. Dilfer over the middle to throw, and this time it is complete. A missed tackle. And Lee Harris picks up some more yards. Another first down for Fresno State before William Ephraim stops him. Lee Harris with 6 catches for 101 yards last week at Baylor.
Well, it's just a simple combination pattern. You see your Dunn coming out there to clear out underneath. He takes the linebacker up back to the outside against the zone, and then it opens it up for Lee Harris coming in the middle on the curl. This is, as I said, the old Oakland Raiders style pass offense. Deep curls, deep hooks, always a combination game. Inside man coming out, outside man coming in.
Ball at the 20-yard line, first down and 10. Rivers tracks across the 20 for a couple. Packy Ina there in the middle of the pile. Well, along with Tom Holmes.
Packy's going to play a lot, and he and Tom are supposed to play the same position, but Packy is just too talented to keep him on the bench all the time or split jobs with Tom. So they're playing Packy at both the right end and the nose tackle position.
This is only the second year in the WAC conference for Fresno State. They were one of the tri-champions last year, and what a stunning victory in the Freedom Bowl, defeating Southern California and laying it on them pretty good. Fuller, second down. He's open in the end zone, but out of the end zone. Reggie Tongue on the coverage. Trent Dilfer just a little too long that time. He threw for 3,000 yards in 1992 and was 5th nationally in touchdown passes.
Well, he's been nicked. He got hurt on the last offensive play of the game. You see that good pressure from Tommy Holmes, and that was with just a 3-man rush, it looked like. Just out of bounds a little bit. If Oregon State can put some pressure using only 3 men with 1 extra linebacker rushing, it will really help their afternoon defensively.
Third down and 8. Fresno State 1 for 1 on third down conversions so far. Dilfer rockets the ball, and it is caught short of the first down mark by Charlie Jones. He has excellent speed, 4.35. Reggie Tongue makes the tackle for Oregon State.
Well, Oregon State threw it all at him. The blitz was 6 people that time. Good defensive coverage by Reggie Tongue.
Fourth down and less than a yard now. Boy, this crowd is like being at Oklahoma or Nebraska. All you see is red.
Red Sea here.
Look at that. This stadium very reminiscent of Autzen Stadium in Eugene. Big play. Just outside, barely nudged outside the 10-yard line. Boy, excellent defensive work by Oregon State, but he may have gotten the 2 feet he needed.
Looks like they spotted it for the first down. Nice fill job, Oregon State, right there.
Rico Petrini, the first man to hit him. I don't think he made it.
Yeah, I think.
No, he did. He did. Yes,
he's over.
So it's first and goal now, just inside the 10. Oregon State on top, 7-0, with 10:03 to play in the first quarter here in Fresno.
Well, a key to this game is Oregon State controlling possession. Interestingly enough, Oregon State scored quickly, and Fresno State's had the ball. But I look for it to turn over and Oregon State to have a 35, 40-minute total for possession before the day's over.
Daigle and Rivers the backs. Dunn in motion. This is Daigle looking for a hole. Darts inside across the 5-yard line. They'll spot it around the 4. Tony Obilovich again on the tackle, one of the captains for Oregon State. 4 tackles last week, a tackle for a loss, and he had 2 pass breakups, played extremely well.
Sure did. We started to talk about Dilfer's injury. One of the reasons we will see so much running tonight is just to keep the pressure off Dilfer.
Right.
We'll see a lot of maximum protection because they can't afford to get this guy hurt. He's their season. They don't play a lot of defense in the WAC, and they got to score.
2nd down and 4. Mexico in at fullback. And this is Rivers. Grinds out another yard. Tom Holmes makes the tackle, the defensive tackle in that 3-man front for Oregon State, along with Rico Petrini.
Tommy Holmes is the strongest man on the team. We talked before, he bench presses 500 pounds, and he's the quickest defensive lineman, so he's really a big play guy. Started as a true freshman a couple of years ago, got hurt last year, so he got a medical red shirt. Seeing that he is a fire hydrant.
It's 3rd down and 3. Great success on 3rd down conversions last week for Fresno State, and excellent so far here tonight. Dilfer under a big rush, throws complete. Caught for a touchdown by Anthony Daigle. And so the Bulldogs have matched the Beavers in touchdowns.
Well, you talk about a good play by a quarterback, an inexperienced quarterback, or one just not quite that big, and that play would have been a big sack for the Beavers. Take a look at this. Oregon State coming quickly. You see Daigle sneak on the crossback right there. Dilfer has to be a big guy or that play isn't made. Now look at Daigle coming across from the left halfback position. Boy, if you aren't a big, strong guy that can jump up over the top, you're sacked.
Here's the point after touchdown. Good by Derek Mahoney. He only needs 45 point after touchdowns to have the most point after touchdowns ever made in the NCAA Division I. We have 8:22 to go in the first quarter. It's tied at 7. We'll be back after this. I'm Jimmy Jones along with Steve Priest with 8:22 to go in the first quarter. We are deadlocked at 7. Fresno State just scoring. And now they'll kick off to Oregon State with Sylvester Green and J.J. Young deep to receive. Derek Mahoney will kick it off for the Bulldogs. Clad in red jerseys and white pants rather than the traditional red pants they normally wear. Out of bounds. Rolls out at the 9-yard line.
I sure like this rule, Jimmy. The ball comes out to the 35 now to avoid this running up and down the field when people are having a bad day or teams are trying to kick away from a lot of speed. Really speeds up the game.
Excellent drive that time by Fresno State. Took them 15 plays. They traveled 79 yards and ate up a lot of clock. 5 minutes and 40 seconds.
Well, I would be very satisfied as an Oregon State fan to see 15
Ball will
play
be placed at the
drives
35-yard line. First down.
Instead of the long bombs that Dilfer and these people are capable of. Now Oregon State needs to turn this around and have the kind of possession drive that they're capable of.
First down Beavers at the 35. This is Johnny Young. Came to the line of scrimmage and was pushed back by Brad Bell and Demetrius Edwards, the left end and the nose guard.
Well, we expected, this is just a handoff the fullback on the triple option. It's like John almost brings it back on a counter. We were expecting this out of this 3-man line, an odd front. It did not look like that. There we go, back to a normal. It's a 5-man front basically. They'll take their rover to the wide side of the field or the open side of the formation.
Second down and a long 9. Paulson is dropped for a loss by Jeremy Bryan. Well played by Bryan, a 6'2", 210-pound sophomore.
Yeah, Jeremy Bryan is the free safety. He's just been elevated from the backup strong safety. You see him flying outside. That's the same way that Wyoming tried to handle that last week. I tell you, that's dangerous. Oregon State can come back to that position, beat him up real bad with some kind of play action because that's a free safety running dead out of the middle.
Well, an obvious passing down for most teams. 3rd down and 12. Oregon State's passing game was not effective last week against Wyoming. But Shields will go to the air. Going deep. Cross dives but cannot catch up to it.
There's a penalty.
A flag is thrown. Perhaps we have interference. James Burton was on the coverage for Fresno.
But Jimmy, I think we will see on a replay that the free safety again flew out of the middle. Take a look. Defensive. Big situation for the Beavers.
Boy, I'll say. Big play indeed. It'll be 1st down in Fresno State territory.
Now, I wonder, does that go in your pass offense right there? We just doubled our season output.
15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
They'll spot it at the 49-yard line. That's where the interference was made.
Free safety's obviously gone. Yeah, he's way up on the other side. So he did take it. Ooh, pretty touchy call.
So it's 1st down and 10 for the Beavers, just shy of the midfield stripe. J.J. Young with that great speed. Trying to turn the corner, but can't do it. Well played by Fresno on that side. Jeremy Bryan again, the starting free safety tonight.
Well, Mr. Bryan's got to get his pocket picked fast. He's coming, it's just flying to the outside. He's doing a good job. Watch him out of the middle now. 36. He's coming along, mirroring the quarterback, and he's got to get outside to make the play. They're using what we call positive leverage with everybody else. They're forcing the quarterback to pitch, and there you see Jeremy Bryan.
A yard gain, so it's 2nd down and 9.
Counter reverse stops it.
John Young, excellent gain to the 40-yard line and a 1st down for the Beavers. Fullback John Young with 4.6 speed, pretty good size, 6 feet 215 pounds, a junior.
There's another way to stop that free safety from leaving quickly. That's give the fullback the ball on the triple, get some blocking. It'll hold people. You notice the free safety was not even in on that play, and that's right dead in front of him.
Ball right at the 40 of Fresno. 1st down, Beavers. Shields will keep it. Dragged down from behind, but a nice pickup by Ian Shields. That was Tommy Jones that got him from behind, a junior college All-America wide receiver in '91.
Well, Ian,
T.C. Wolfgram also in on the play.
Just watching Ian run this, Oregon State has not had the negative quarterback play and yardage cost that they've had in other years. Look at that, right down the line of scrimmage. He sees the leverage man taking the pitch, and he just cuts up. They're making the decisions for him. He's reading them very well.
Just across the 30-yard line, 1st down and 10. This is Chad Paulson. About 6-7 yards gained, but there's a flag back at the 30-yard line. Chris Rockwell, the defensive right end for Fresno, on the stop.
That had to be an offsides or an illegal procedure because it came out real quick from the head linesman.
Oh, it's against Fresno State. Now the Beavers successful in their running game early in last year, of course. The Beavers in the game against Fresno State had 2 players with 100 yards rushing, Chad Paulson and Mark Olford. Let's swing down to the field, and David Endress.
Offside. Penalty is refused.
One thing you have to
2nd down.
Faster than he did last season. There's a reason for that. He worked very hard in the offseason to try to quicken his speed and to be a little quicker around the corner. Seems to be paying off so far tonight. Back up to you.
2nd down for the Beavers, 2nd and 2. This is John Young again, using the fullbacks a lot early, Steve.
Well, we've got very strong fullbacks at Oregon State. They actually play 3, 4, 5 of them if they want. John Young is the guy that blocks and probably does it all the best. That's why he's a starter. But they've got J.D. Stewart. Cedric Thomas had a big game last week that they can bring in. Quite frankly, they should be able to bust it up front with those 3 Tongans that Oregon State's got.
Young can catch the ball also. He got a pass for 16 yards last week against Wyoming. This is Young blasting through the hole. Boy, does he get off the mark in a hurry.
He sure does.
Gets to about the 16-yard line where he's stopped by Chris Rockwell. He was a backup last year.
One thing I like about it when John Young's playing fullback is our chances are very slim that we can make a mistake on who's got the ball. It's always a Young.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Beavers at the 16-yard line of Fresno State. Sylvester Green in the ball game. Split to the far side of your screen. Shields on the option. Jeremy Bryan on the stop. J.J. Young again just couldn't turn it upfield quickly enough. And we have another flag. Penalties were hard on Oregon State last week. 9 for 78 yards.
Well, a 5-yard penalty against Oregon State is a big play because of the pure nature of their offense. Now it's going to be apparently a 2nd and 11 or 12. Still makeable. It's a 4-down area right here. Oregon State has 4 downs to create the 10 yards necessary for the 1st down. So it doesn't hurt as bad.
Illegal formation, 6 men on the line against the offense. Penalty is refused. 3rd down.
Elect to decline the penalty, and it makes it 3rd and 7 yards. Again, Oregon State has 2 downs should Jerry Pettibone choose to go for it.
We had a good look at Jerry Pettibone just a moment ago. He was so proud of his young men last week after the Wyoming game.
They did what he wanted them to do.
3rd down and 7 for the Beavers in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
They got to play wide side.
On the counter, Chad Paulson bangs through and gets to about the 12-yard line. And another flag is down at the 15.
I think it was Oregon State's right side, right guard. Appeared to just be a little bit quick.
Here's our referee, Jim Saraceno. And indeed it is against Oregon State. Here's another good look at Jerry Pettibone in his 3rd year at Oregon State.
Take a look at Eli Cannavalo playing the right guard. Whoops, there he goes. He was just setting up to go down in his stance and missed the count. It was a quick count. Watch J.J. Young's block. He goes low on a linebacker right there, and whew, Chad Paulson over the top. He may have scored on that play. Look at this, just shoving the defensive back on the ground.
Big lad, 285 pounds, Eli Cannavalo. 3rd down and 12. Shields to throw. Incomplete. Well thrown, but knocked away. And covering on it was James Burton. And he did not start tonight. He was the scheduled starter, but they changed before game time, and Jamie Fuller started in his stead.
Well, it's just a straight drop back. It's a 5-step drop. John Young gets a nice block, forcing people out. Ian steps up. He is on the run, which is a little bit difficult, but the ball's delivered right where it should be. And it looks like he took a shot in the back. Going to complain a little bit. Burton's a fine one-on-one defender.
Field goal try by Tim Cullis. Or excuse me, Stuckey. It is Stuckey. Is no good, off to the left.
Pretty good leg in it.
Stuckey did not attempt a field goal last week. He was 3 for 4 and 4 after touchdowns, however. Right. So with 4:43 to go, the score remains tied at 7.
Well, a good series, a good drive, good possession. Penalty stopped that drive. Jerry Pettibone was had a team that was the 2nd least penalized team in the Pac-10 last year. He preaches it. He preaches discipline. Again, I don't expect to see 6, 8, 9 penalties like Oregon State had last week this evening.
Oregon State goes on offense. They're rated to have the 5th best receiver corps by Sporting News this year. And that's Daigle getting a lot of work tonight, stopped by Tony Obilovich. Daigle with 1,320 yards gained, 28 touchdowns in 2 years here at Florida State, at Fresno State.
28 touchdowns.
28 touchdowns.
Wow.
That's a lot of real estate.
It sure is. Those two guys are talented backs. You wonder, without a fullback in their offense, they really play so much one back. It's more amazing that he gains so much yards.
It's 2nd down and 4 for the Bulldogs. And again, it's Daigle. A lot of room to run. Daigle across the 40, fumbles the football, but it's out of bounds. Boy, another foot, and the Beavers would have had it. Obilovich on the hit for Oregon State.
This is a very good offensive line. Take a look at this. This offensive line is big and strong. Look at right there. He just tight end just bowled over the linebacker on the outside, Dennis Edwards. There's nice tackle again, strips the ball. William Eaton almost pulls it off.
So it's a first down for Fresno. They don't fumble much. The only fumble in the Baylor game was by Dilfer that killed a drive for them at what might have been the winning score. Off the right guard that time, and once again, Tony Obilovich comes in to make the hit on Ron Rivers.
We see Kane Rogers in the game, Jimmy. He has not been able to play much, but there he is.
Well, he did practice this week. Signs were encouraging. He didn't start, of course. But there he is. Kane Rogers, 6 feet, 219-pound sophomore from Tacoma. At the left inside linebacker.
Came to Oregon State as an option quarterback.
Yeah. Second down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 43 of Fresno State. All alone and wide open. And that's Jones being wrestled down at about the 47-yard line by Buster Ilahi. Excellent athlete. He had 3 tackles last week, a sack and a tackle for loss.
This is a beautiful pass offense. Dilfer delivers the ball when Jones is still at least a step away from throwing. There's the throw, and I can tell you that he hadn't even made the turn when the ball is released. You can tell they've spent many, many hours throwing the ball.
Charlie Jones, who made the catch the fastest of the Bulldogs at 4.35. Boy, is that quick. This is Rivers. Might have a first down. Ron Rivers, who has had 10 100-yard games rushing in 2 years. Ron Holmes and Michael Hale combining on the tackle.
Just the one back. It's a counter. He just takes a counter step away and whoo, drive a truck through there. Nice coming back by Tommy Holmes, but just great blocking. This offensive line is doing a heck of a job right now on the Beavers.
A real key block that time by the left tackle, Ron Collins. Big fella, 295 pounds. This line averages 293 pounds tackle to tackle. It's even bigger than Oregon State's, and the Beavers have their biggest ever. Well, it is a first down for Fresno State.
Collins is a 4-year starter. They've typically run behind him. Even when they had the big guy, what was it, Hardwick last year, who was a pro prospect.
First down and 10. The spot of the ball is at the 36, just beyond the 36-yard line. Lee Harris at the top of your screen. This is Rivers picking his way to the 30. And another first down, breaking tackles. Finally shoved out of bounds at the 17 by Kane Rogers, who has just entered the game. He started 4 games at middle linebacker last year, but has been injured until this time.
Well, again, just great block there. Just Tommy Holmes almost had a shot of it. And these backs are just so agile and quick. They make the right cut. It's Kane Rogers running him down, but that's a strong kid.
Excellent block up front by the left guard, Josh Coldiron, a returning starter. This offensive line is a real plus for Fresno State. They're all seniors except one junior. A lot of experience and a lot of size. First down and 10 for Fresno State. 17-yard line of Oregon State. This time it's Daigle. He twists across the 15-yard line to about the 14. Kane Rogers on the stop.
Well, like most WAC teams, this is a team built around offense. Their most talented players are on offense, with the exception of some skill positions like the cornerback. Generally, they just plan on running the score up. They try to score and score and score.
Not only do they have the 5th best receiving corps, according to Sporting News, but the 6th best backfield. Second down and 7. And Daigle's going to be stopped for a loss and loses the football for a moment, but covers up. Kane Rogers, boys, he's been busy since coming in the game.
Well, you can see Rocky Long mixing it up. He isn't going to let him just have a steady look at a stand-back defense. This is an aggressive front. Now let's see Kane where he's coming from. He came from the outside, actually inside backer position. Just made a nice move on a pulling guard or pulling tackle right there. Actually beat the guy straight in front of him. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Third down now. Third down and 12. Last week, a startling 60% success rate on third down conversions for Fresno State. Third down and 12. Dilfer, intercepted. Buster Elahy, playing his first game ever as a starter, picks off the ball for his first interception as a collegian.
Well, this is a pretty good pressure here. Oregon State's at least forcing the pocket back. It is maximum. Well, that's an unusual pass. Elahy had him right covered all the way, and they were running Eric Hale with him from the linebacker position. Nice move. This kid doesn't know he's a freshman.
Oh, he's got a lot of talent, and one of those many players that Jerry Pettibone and his staff have been able to recruit from the state of Texas. They've gotten a lot of talent from Texas. Not a big kid, 5'10", 168 pounds.
Well, I don't think people can appreciate, unless they go down this roster and become very familiar with it, what a job Jerry Pettibone and his staff have done recruiting. They have found some Pac-10 players in 3 years, increased the size, the speed remarkably for the short period of time.
Dilfer was not intercepted last year, and this is his first interception this season. Ball's going to be spotted around the 6-yard line, where it's first down and 10. Temperature declining somewhat here, all the way down to 83 degrees.
That's all. There's Rocky Long, defensive coordinator. Just an absolutely outstanding coach. The game he called last week, and I shouldn't just say Rocky because he's got some assistants too that have just done a remarkable job with his team. The team that's coming of age, Jimmy, they really have taken these freshmen and sophomores that played so much the last 2 years. They're now sophomores, juniors. Actually, there's still a lot of freshmen and sophomores playing, but the experience is there, and they really have built for these next couple of years. Oregon State should be extremely good in the years to come.
I mentioned a moment ago that Dilfer was not intercepted last year. I meant to say in the last game against Baylor. So he has 1 interception on the season. A big play for Oregon State. And the ball first down and 10 for the Beavers at their own 6-yard line. Maybe a yard gain. On the bottom of the pile is Demetrius Edwards.
Dilfer's game last year against Oregon State, he claims to be his worst game of the season. He only got 250 yards throwing the ball, so it was a bad day. But J.D. Stewart's first carry of the ball game so far in the last end, he did get a yard, so it's second down and 9 at the 7 of Oregon State. Cameron Reynolds got maybe 1 other yard, and that's it. Chris Peters on the tackle. He lost his starting job at the middle linebacker spot to Steve Crombie this week. Well, Peters is a guy who's hurt. He was wearing a big, ugly brace on his right calf. You can still see it. Oregon State's offensive coaches were very surprised that he had been demoted or wasn't starting, and it's probably an injury. Said, boy, did you see that play? He goes over the top of the block, still makes the play with a heavily taped right calf.
Second down and 9 for the Beavers at the 8. Throwing from the end zone, right into coverage, and it's picked off by Jeremy Bryan. He's not going to score, but it gives Fresno State the ball back at the Beaver 12-yard line. So the two clubs trade interception, and Fresno State with outstanding field position at the 12 of Oregon State.
Take a look at this. This is the fake off the triple. Ian just hangs it up there. Free safety's coming right into the play. That's the tough deal with running that kind of a play, is that the free safety is already going hard to the strong side of the field.
And that is the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, we're tied at 7 in Fresno. Tomorrow evening, tune in to Prime Sports Northwest for Pac-10 women's soccer as the Washington State Cougars host the Stanford Cardinal. We bring you all the sports. That's tomorrow night at 6. I'm Jimmy Jones with Steve Priest and David Endress. We're in Fresno awaiting the start of the second quarter of play. Fresno State back in the red zone again. That is between the goal line and the 20. They've been very successful. This is the 3rd time in the red zone for Fresno State. Total offense in the first quarter, 140 yards for Fresno State and only 57 for the Beavers. Dilfer's injury is to his left shoulder, a deep bruise that limited him from practicing this week. He threw about 20 times on Thursday and about twice that on Friday. He looks pretty good tonight. Dunn the motion man. This is Rivers. And Rivers scores. Ran out of the tackle of Ilahi and went to the end zone.
Well, super running backs. You see, Rivers and Daigle compete with each other every day, and you just see it. It's a little trap there. The off guard comes, runs a trap. Buster's got to make that play. That's what's hard about coming in and playing as a true freshman. You just don't know how much harder it is than a high school back to bring down. Especially a back like this, getting a little hug from Jim Sweeney.
You remember last year he threw a touchdown pass against the Beavers. High snap, and the point after touchdown was up and right through the middle. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after this. Bulldogs on top by a touchdown. Nice haircut.
Boy, I'll tell you, Jimmy, he can't play quarterback in the NFL and look like that. I've changed my whole opinion of him. There's only one of those, and his name's McMahon. Of course, where was he? He was one of 3 sophomore all-WAC players with McMahon and Ty Detmer, so maybe he's made him his idol. Doesn't have an earring.
The kickoff will be from the 20-yard line. That penalty flag that was down in the end zone was for celebration. Sylvester Green and J.J. Young will drop back to receive it, the kick from the 20-yard line.
Well, that's disheartening. I've never seen a quarterback with his head shaved like that, Jimmy.
I never have either. Beautiful night now at Bulldog Stadium. 81 degrees. Very pleasant. Here's Derek Mahoney. Angles it to the far side. Green, 30-yard line. Got that great speed. Look at that move to the outside. He can't turn the corner, but a great return by Green to the 36-yard line, where he's stopped by Lance Thomas. Good job by Sylvester Green, a redshirt freshman. 4.3 speed for this young man. That's a lot of speed on a 201-pound body.
Oh, he's got a great frame. He's going to play a lot.
They make the spot at the 37. First down, Beavers.
Oregon State just has got some talent now.
Yeah, and they've got more in the wings. A lot of people redshirting who have fine talent as well. Beavers in the wishbone now. Last second touch by Shields, and that's a good gain close to a first down. Chad Paulson out of bounds at the 45.
Well, Ian has been very successful with this, what I call a wrong hand pitch. You see this, he reads it well. Nice fake there. Now he'll throw it with the inside hand. Take a look. He'll pitch with the inside arm, making it real tough. I mean, the guy just has to stick up his hand, he's in trouble. Right there, if he uses left arm, it's an easy pitch. Chad can see the ball all the way. It isn't coming out from under somebody's shoulder, and it may go all the way.
Paulson with a great game. He has 91 yards already on 4 carries. Highlighted by that 71-yard or 78-yard touchdown run. Ian Shields stopped by Papazian. Well, he's certainly come alive in the second quarter.
He's a good football player. He's real active. They're
going to bring the chains into measure and see if this is the first down. They spot the ball at the 47, and that's where the stake is.
Come here, notice Brad Thompson, one of these big Texas kids, a true freshman, is playing the right guard position. 333 pounds. We'll get a shot of him. He is really a specimen.
From Carthage, Texas.
Number 69. He's the Oregon State future. Got another big Texas kid, Trey Hyde. Ewell Everline, another Texas lineman. Really got some size in this recruiting class.
Just enough yardage for the first down for the Beavers. Trailing 21-10. Ball at their own 47. Cedric Thomas crosses into Fresno State territory. He's stopped by Jeremy Bryan.
There you see Brad Thompson. pretty good size there.
He is a good-sized lad indeed.
Look at that.
333 pounds and a true freshman.
Size 8.5 helmet. I don't know what the jersey size is. I think it ends right there under the number.
It's certainly not a designer jersey, is it?
It's not a designer body, Jerry.
2nd down and 6 in Bulldog territory. About 3 yards picked up that time.
Well, this is
Demetrius Edwards on the tackle of Cedric Thomas. Cedric was a backup quarterback in '91, redshirted last year.
good shot of Cedric. This is a good series right now. Oregon State's keeping people honest. They've run the fullback twice. Ian's doing a good job of reading the triple. Now let's see if he can get it outside.
3rd down and 2. They need a 3rd down conversion. Oh, J.J. Young hit hard. Demetrius Edwards on the stop. Young man born in Frankfurt, Germany.
4th and 1. Normally I'd say this is a punting situation, but Jerry Pettibone is just liable to go for it. They have not been stopped without a gain as long as they run the ball straight ahead.
Beavers have not yet converted a 3rd down successfully. And last year they were only 19% on 3rd down conversion. But Jerry's going for it. 4th and a yard.
Well, the option outside right is a big play right now.
And he's got the 1st down.
2nd back through, the lead play. Watch Chad Paulson go for this. Good call. It's from the bench. It obviously was not the triple. Is that a flag down?
And he's going to have a 100-yard game today.
Face mask.
Face mask against Fresno State.
Moves it down the field a little bit more. Okay, the Beavers are hanging in there. 21-14. That had some things go wrong, and again, they're in the ball game.
Using some clock.
Foul.
Only 4:54 to go.
15-yard penalty. 1st down.
1st down, Beavers. Paulson has 95 yards gained already, Steve.
Well, that statistic, 7 times in a row or 5 times in a row? A 100-yard back at Oregon State means a win. 8 times in a row, according to Hal Cowan.
No, that's Hall.
Hall
for
Cowan.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, Hal Cowan. That's right.
Ball on the 25-yard line. Shields gets it away. A dangerous pass. So it's incomplete. Demetrius Edwards had his hand on him, and Jeremy Bryan was the man covering who made a dive for the ball but could not come up with it.
Pretty good job by Ian. Not much there. Just no protection.
Ian last week was 2 for 10 for 13 yards through the air.
Well, it serves its purpose if they're loosening it up. I'm not sure how many passes Oregon State's thrown this half, but it has to be 5-6.
It's 2nd down and 10 at the Fresno State 25-yard line. Thomas and Shields collide at the 19. Credit the tackle to Chris Rockwell.
There's a flag in the middle of the field, right where you usually see a holding call.
Beavers don't need a penalty here, but apparently they will get it.
Now, again, this is an offense that just cannot take the penalties. It's a ball control offense. Now take a look here. Ian's running what he thinks is the triple.
Holding.
Just doesn't
Against
get
the
there.
offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
Ian was clearly looking for the read. Maybe Cedric missed the count. It looked like he was a half a step slow, so perhaps he had the wrong count or did not hear it with the noise.
Now the ball is pushed back to the 35-yard line. They must get across the 15 for a 1st down. Pettibone running one of 8 teams in Division I, running the option. Trying to get it in gear tonight. Well, they sure had it in gear against Wyoming in that 4th quarter.
I don't know what's taking so long here.
2
Definitely something holding it up. The officials have slowed the game down. Fresno State's players are trying to get the fans into the game right here.
All right, we're ready to go now. Beavers in their huddle. Come out and look at 2nd and 20. Here's John. Oh, I was completely fooled. That's Cameron Reynolds. Demetrius Edwards. A great fake on the far side by Young. Chad Paulson it was. Got fooled twice.
Well, we talked about the reverse. It's there. Anytime you get a defense flowing this quickly, the defense has got to be there. It's a good way to set it up. They send JJ in motion, so everybody's believing that's the only side you can run to, the right side. Here comes Shad on the way back. Nice move there. Good blocking by Adam Albaugh. And a nice move by Paulson. You get the first down out of a real tough situation.
119 yards on the ground now by Paulson. The fullback, Cedric Thomas. Inside the 10 to about the 8, where he's stopped by Chris Rockwell.
This kind of offense needs to get 4 yards on a first down. That puts the pressure on the defense. 4 yards is the key.
Great offensive game on the ground last week. 316 yards to rank 6th in the nation in rushing.
See, coaches right there. Robert Jackson signals them in, and that's Donnie Shanklin, number 5. One of the possible heir apparents.
On 2nd down and 5. And again, they go to the fullback. Papazian makes the stop on Cedric Thomas.
Let's see.
2:45 to go in the half. Beavers have not yet converted a 3rd down in 6 attempts.
Well, this 2 downs to get it in. It's 3rd and 5. Beavers need to get 3 or 4 yards right here.
They're looking inside the 1-yard line for a 1st and goal. Oh man, if they smell that out. Paulson loses back to the 15. He was tackled by Tommy Jones, and he was down. There is no fumble on that play.
Take a look here. Oregon State running the double. Just great penetration. Completely covered. Great job of defense by Fresno State right there. Tough to run into the short side of the field, but Oregon State right now needs this field goal. Need to get something out of this nice long drive.
Stuckey, a 21-yard attempt. Plenty of distance, and it is good. So Doug Stuckey, a freshman walk-on, records his first field goal of his varsity career. And with 1:44 to go, the Beavers on the board again. It's 21-17 Bulldogs. Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium. 21-17 Fresno State. David Dunn back at the 3-yard line awaiting Oregon State's kickoff.
I'd like to see Oregon State kick that squib kick that they had the offsides call on last time. Keep it away from Dunn. It's a real good special teams football club.
Kick deep. Dunn to the 15. Fine return. Fresno State has started with excellent field position almost every possession tonight. John Fairbank on the tackle for the Beavers, but the advance is out to the 40-yard line.
Oregon State tries to punt and kick the ball close to a sideline, so they've got a 12th man, if you will, over there, but these guys are just too fast, and this is a very good special team. Sweeney's always emphasized it. Now Oregon State needs to hold this team, go out a half without giving up anything now.
The speed really is startling on this team. They always have been quick ever since Sweeney arrived on the scene. Dilfer, is it good? No, it is not caught. Incomplete at the 45-yard line. Lee Harris, the intended receiver.
Good.
He said, Dilfer said that Harris was the team's most valuable player in that Freedom Bowl game victory over USC last year.
They were really on a ride after that, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Down here in Southern California, that probably That did cost somebody their job, didn't it?
Jim Sweeney has won 7 conference championships, 11 consecutive winning seasons. Had himself a career here. 1:34 to go in the game. Ball just across the 40-yard line.
Another interception.
Oh, great play. Is that Ephraim? William Ephraim. And his lifetime interceptions now at 7.
Well, he's injured. I'm not sure whether it was the shoulder or just the wind knocked out of him. I think he landed on the ball when he caught it, and he just knocked the wind out. But that is a great interception.
Well, second of the game for Ephraim.
Take a look at this. He just reads the pattern. He knows what's coming. Good shot of Dennis Edwards covering. Then he just takes it inside. Great job. Takes it away from that back. They were in a blitz, so the free safety had to take Ron Rivers, the halfback. They run everybody deep, and Ephraim just plays the guy inside out just like he's supposed to. Look at that play. Oh, he didn't catch it, did he, Jimmy?
Well, that's why I wasn't sure what they were going to call that. Didn't look to me like he caught it.
No, he didn't catch it. That ball hits the ground. That was a great shot by the cameraman.
So the Beavers with a break, 1:28 to go in the half, an opportunity to go on top. It's first down and 10 at the Bulldog 44-yard line.
Three interceptions and a half for Trent Dilfer. That's an interesting statistic. Come on.
Barry cannot hold it on the toss, and Fresno State recovers the fumble. T.C. Wolfgang and Gene Smith. Wolfgram, I should say, makes the recovery. It was Gene Smith who put the hit on.
Well, that looked like a real good pitch. Didn't look like they were too close. Ian is getting off the line a little bit, but not bad at all. Nice pitch, nice everything. Just catch the ball. That didn't look like it was too far outside, did it, Jimmy?
No, not at all.
I think that was Jason Berry's first play. He just might have been a little bit cold or looking up or just first game jitters.
Now the clock shows 1:23 to go in the half, and first down and 10. Of course, Fresno State can strike so quickly from any place on the field. They spot the ball at the 46-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Well, that's too bad. Oregon State had made the big play, was definitely out of this half without another score against it.
Bulldog Stadium in Fresno, and not a lot of empty seats, if any, here tonight. As we mentioned earlier, they expected a record crowd. They had 36,000 seats sold by Thursday. Their record crowd here is 40,136. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Well, maximum protection. This should be something deep.
Very deep. And Jones, a penalty. It's interference on Reggie Tongue. Charlie Jones, the intended receiver, with that 4.35 speed. He averaged 20 yards per reception last year. And Reggie Tongue kept him from hanging on to it, but he's ruled to have interfered.
Just maximum protect. Kept the backs in. Look at this. Tommy Holmes still gets good pressure on him. Now that front.
Defensive pass interference.
Reggie's just a little bit behind, and
automatic first down.
Receiver slows down, and Reggie face guards him right there. It's not bad, though. He knocked the heck out of him, but it's better than the long completion.
Plenty of time for Fresno State to get on the board again. First down with 1:17 to go in the half.
Out of the shotgun.
Don't see this much.
Oh, nice play.
Rivers squirms for a few more before William Ephraim puts the stop on.
That was a big play by William Ephraim right there.
Ephraim played a fine game last week, and he's had a wonderful game this week.
Take a look at the screen. Everybody's through there. Now watch this. He's got people in front of him blocking. Actually, Dennis Edwards made a nice play to get through, too.
Now, we've got a timeout on the field. 1:02 to play in the first half, and the Bulldogs lead the Beavers 21-17. More Pac-10 football comes your way tomorrow evening as the Oregon Ducks host the Montana Grizzlies. The Ducks are fresh off a win over Colorado State and must face a highly regarded Montana offensive line. Tune in tomorrow at 8 on Prime Sports Northwest. Oregon State at Fresno State. Jerry Pettibone has beaten Jim Sweeney's teams twice in 3 attempts. And remember that one when he was at Northern Illinois, 73-18, that shocked everybody across the nation.
Boy, it sure did. He had a football juggernaut that year. Stacy Robinson, an outstanding quarterback, pulling the trigger. He wants to get out of this half with no points.
2nd down and 7. The ball at the 35 of Oregon State. Dilfer on the run, and it is caught by Winans. Reggie Tung making the tackle around the 22.
Well, that's something we hadn't heard about. Trent Dilfer rolled out, squared up his shoulders real well, and delivered the ball. He can do it all.
55 seconds to go in the half. And another first down for Fresno State. Again, Dilfer to throw. It is caught by Winans once again, and he's out of bounds. Thrown out by Reggie Tung.
Well, you give this guy time to throw, he's going to eat you alive.
Oh, it doesn't look like he has a sore shoulder, does it?
It sure doesn't.
Number 1 rated quarterback in the country by the NCAA review and by Lindy's. 2nd team All-America, Heisman Trophy candidate. Boy, the praise has really been heaped on this young man.
Everything but his haircut.
Yeah, and he's only a junior. Ball at the 4. Rivers. And Fresno State gets one more on the board before halftime. Ron Rivers, the 6th career rusher here at Fresno State, with 2,071 yards going into the game.
Well, just a lead play. See if the fullback gets an excellent block on Kane Rogers, and William Ephraim. The Oregon State has the shot to knock him down. Nice run by Rivers. Toss lead. Out of your I formation, and Williams got to make the play right there. It's over back like that.
Now Derek Mahoney to kick the extra point is absolutely perfect. 42 seconds remain to be played in the first half here at Fresno, and the Bulldogs lead it now 28-17. But remember, Steve, in that first game, Fresno State had a substantial lead and Oregon State came back. Well,
I think you're looking at a different Oregon State team than was available a year ago. They can come back and score on people. They have not played extremely well on offense tonight again. Certainly Trent Dilfer has done some things for the Beavers on defense. 28 points is about what we expected, but for a game, not the half. Breaks, a recovered fumble for a touchdown, and another recovered fumble to lead to the last touchdown. It's not like an Oregon State team, or not like this Oregon State team, to turn the ball over like this.
Tough opponent for Jerry Pettibone. Fresno State ranked 25th in the nation last week before the upset by Baylor. And the preseason picks by Sports Illustrated, they were chosen the 10th best team in America.
Well, they certainly have talent offensively. There'll be a lot of these kids that are playing in the pros in 2 or 3 years. Skill positions. Certainly both running backs and a couple of these receivers and Dilfer will all have a chance.
There's DeAndros' old buddy, Jim Sweeney. Boy, those two can really tell some stories, can't they?
They sure can. Look at that record. 7th best among active coaches, as you mentioned earlier.
Yep. Sylvester Green and J.J. Young will be back to receive the kickoff for Oregon State with only 42 seconds remaining in the first half.
Well,
deep kick to the end zone. Green can't hold on to it. It will not come out. It'll be a touchback and first down and 10 for Oregon State at the 20. And they've got 42 seconds to see if they can get on the board before halftime. There's another shot of the Oregon State bench. Robert Jackson, the receivers coach. Jose Lewis, the inside linebackers. Dan Marlowe, tight ends. And special teams, Jay Shockey, quarterback coach. Todd Spencer, offensive line. Dan Farino, offensive line and special teams. Brady Hoke, defensive line. As we mentioned, the coordinators, the offensive coordinator is Mike Summers. Defensive coordinator is Rocky Long. A very devoted staff. Offside. And it looked like Adam Albaugh broke too soon. And the penalty flag is down. Of course, last week Oregon State plagued with so many penalties, 9. This is one of the things they'd hope to improve on. This is one of their goals for this game.
Well, They haven't as yet, but you're right, it was left tackle Adam Alba. Take a look here, he just jumps a little bit early.
Adam, a good football player, a 4-year starter.
Done a real good job this year blocking.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Beavers. The ball now back to the 15-yard line. J.J. Young, looks like he tripped over an ankle. I think it looked like he tripped over John Young's ankle. In any event, they'll credit Papazian for the tackle, the weak side backer. He led Pacific in tackles when he played there before transferring here. He had 104 tackles his last year at Pacific.
Quite a season.
Indeed.
He's pretty impressive. He gets in on a lot of plays. Very active.
Clock is running. 15 seconds to go in the half. 2nd down and 12. Shields stops and is swarmed. Gene Smith was there first. Now, what was that all about?
Well, he's got to keep going. His only choices are to turn the ball up when he's running that option. He's just got to duck his shoulder and take the punishment, come back for the next play. Turning around is what causes your problem.
Well, it's halftime here at Bulldog Stadium. And before we leave, we're going to talk to Jerry Pettibone for a moment if we can. Interesting first half of play, back and forth. Now Fresno State with a convincing lead at the moment. Now let's go down to David Endress.
Coach, I know you'd like to cut down on those mistakes that first half.
Well, we're our own worst enemy, David. We've been playing good in spurts, and when we made some big plays, we had an opportunity to take the lead there when we had the fumble on the wide play. And it's just one of those things we have to settle down. We have to do the things that we know we can do and keep from turning the ball over. It's a game of turnovers, and that's a problem that we're having now. Trent Dilfer's a great passer. He throws the ball right on the money. I think the defense is playing well. We've had our opportunities with interceptions. We have to do a better job of taking care of the ball on offense.
Well, good luck in the second half. Back upstairs.
All right, David, thank you. Halftime, as we mentioned, 28-17. Bulldogs lead it. We'll be back right after this. Halftime at Bulldog Stadium in Fresno, California, and Oregon State at the intermission trailing Fresno State 28-17. The thing that Oregon State's got to do in the second half is keep Fresno State outside the 20. In the first half of play, Fresno State was inside the 20 4 times and scored 3 times.
Well, no question about it. Fresno State's got a great offense. Oregon State has to take the ball away from them before they get down in that red zone, as you say, because they are going to score when they get there. But, Jimmy, this defense has played great for Oregon State. They've got 4 turnovers already. Who would have expected that out of Trent Dilfer? And they got 3 interceptions. I don't know when the guy's been intercepted 3 times before. They got a fumble, too. The offense is not carrying their side again. And Jerry Pettibone teams have traditionally been slow in the season getting started offensively. But this has simply got to turn around. The defense can't carry it again. They can't keep going. The offense has given away 2 of these touchdowns. It should be a 14-17 game or thereabouts.
Well, the Beavers got off impressively tonight with Ian Shields scoring the first points, and the Beavers led it 7-0.
Well, this is right after that first fumble. First play, I believe, and Ian runs the option to the left. It's the triple option. Cuts up, does a very good job here of reading what's going on, sees the leverage disappear to the outside. You can see the free safety, number 36, Jeremy Britton. He's long gone, and Ian scores, and then dives for the back end of the end zone here. There's the touchdown. Oregon State gets off to a real good jump.
Chad Paulson having a career night.
No, he sure is, and this is a good example of the triple again. Good. Actually, that was a double, and there's the pitch quickly from Ian Shields. Watch Chad right here. He just takes off and leaves people. Again, he looks so smooth. 78 yards, was that correct?
78 yards, yes,
indeed. You're right, a career night. That's what this offense will do, is turn it around. Unfortunately, Oregon State's lost the ball a few times. Coming up, we'll see one of the offensive mistakes. This is on a sprint out down near the goal line, where the fullback right there gets a pretty good block, at least a standoff, but somebody comes from the inside. That's a sprint out, and Ian has got to stretch it to get outside. He had a tie-up of the legs of Gene Smith, number 13, and he's just got to keep going. He's got to get his speed outside to have a chance on that sprint out. There's a touchdown, obviously, that's one of the two touchdowns that was earned by the defense of Fresno State. Here's just a good run. This is Ron Rivers, and he and Daigle are just excellent backs. Nearly 2,000 yards between them last year. Super backs.
Here are the halftime stats. You notice the time of possession led by Oregon State, but certainly not on the scoreboard.
Well, they've got the time of possession, but the biggest thing right there is that third listing down, passing, 0. Oregon State's got to get something out of the pass. If it's not the sprint out, if they can't get out of the side of that leverage, then they got to stand in there and throw with a 3 or 5 step drop. They've got to have some yardage out of the passing game.
Well, there's another half to go here at Fresno, and we'll be back with a kickoff right after this. We're back to Bulldog Stadium. As you see, 7:13 to go in the third quarter, so there's plenty of time, but the Beavers trailing the Bulldogs by 17 points. Fresno State tonight has been inside the 25 times, and they've scored 4 touchdowns. A reminder that this program is authorized under television rights granted by Oregon State University. Any publication, reproduction, rebroadcast, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts without the express written consent of Prime Sports Northwest is prohibited. Goes to the end zone and out. That'll come up first down and 10 for Oregon State.
Pretty accurate kick. Pops it in the end zone and then out of bounds. Shot Ian Shields and Robert Jackson, who's technically the receiver coach, but signals in all the offensive plays to Ian that are called by Mike Summers up in the press box.
Ian Shields in the first half with 23 yards gained on the ground along with a touchdown. And he did not complete a pass. Had one intercepted. First down and 10. The ball is the 20 of Oregon State.
Come this way.
Shields is dragged down for a 2-yard loss by Chris Rockwell. Oh, he moves pretty good for a 255-pounder.
Sure does. Looked like the double option that time, and take a look if we've got this and see where the fullback goes. It is the double option. Now the double is the fullback coming to the outside and leading. Against a team that is this quick to pursue, I don't like the double option as well as the triple. The triple is where you hold them inside with a fullback fake or give it to the fullback. Oregon State's had some success that way. Stay with it.
Second down, 11. And Shields is wrapped as he crosses the 20-yard line by Johnny Johnson.
Well, that's the triple option right there, where you've got the fullback to use straight ahead. See the fullback filling right straight ahead now. That's Cedric, I believe. Good fake by Ian. Rockwell hits from his defensive end position. Just keep going right there, Ian. Don't slow up.
Johnny Johnson on the tackle, one of 3 returning starters in the secondary, although he did not start tonight. Third down and 8. Shields with a lot of time to throw. Knocked away. Fine play by Tommy Jones, the 175-pound senior. He's the fellow we talked about earlier who was a junior college All-America at wide receiver in '91.
Well, you'll notice this is the halfback fly pattern on the outside, and if Ian puts the ball on the money, it's a touchdown. Here, look, take a look at JJ, and JJ's flying to the outside. That was a deep zone, so it looks like Tommy Jones may have been able to get back to it anyway.
So Tim Colas must exercise that leg again. He's standing on the 8th. Charlie Jones is back to return. Drives Jones back to the 30. And going back even further. Oh, a monster block. And Jones, who started from the 30, ends up at the 15.
Boy, somebody got hit there.
I think it was Michael Hale.
Great block by Fresno State. Just a cold turkey, a free one.
No, that was Chris Cross.
Yeah, take a look at this. Jones losing ground, waiting for the wall. There's Tony Obilowicz forcing him deeper. Now here's Chris, and boom. Wow, what a hit. Any of you people at home that want to come play football, It tells you what it's all about. You see Tony force him deep and Chris just forcing outside, and here's the wall coming back. Michael Hale outside makes the play.
Nice tackle by Michael Hale. 5 minutes, 34 seconds remain in this third quarter. And the Beavers well behind. Let's go down to David Endress.
Well, guys, I know Oregon State's offense wants to get it going immediately, but as you recall last week, they scored 27 points in about an 8-minute stretch in the fourth quarter. I know they don't want to wait that long tonight, but all is not lost.
Well, Cross, as you see, is going to be all right, jogging off the field. 201-pound sophomore from Woodburn. Played in all 11 games last year. Did not catch a pass. But then again, there weren't a whole lot in the air last year.
Well, there haven't been a whole lot in the air this year.
Ball is brought back to the 30-yard line, just shy. First down and 10 for Fresno. Dilfer is back in at quarterback. This is Daigle. Plus one for a first down. Out to the 45. He's tackled by William Ephraim.
Boy, these two running backs are something. And they aren't doing it by themselves. They have got just absolutely super blocking up front. Watch this. James, the center, leading on the play and just takes Rico right out of the play. Holds him quite a bit, it looks like, but just doing a great job. These offensive linemen of Fresno State can block.
And Rivers and Daigle can run. Last week they had every carry, all but 3 among the starting backs. It's caught by Dunn. He has the first down. Finally out of bounds at the 40-yard line. David Dunn from Bakersfield. He too was a JC All-America, but a second-teamer last year. Buster Elahy makes a stop along with William Ephraim. Now they're going to spot it at the 40, so it'll be first down and 10. 5:04 to go in the third.
Well, Oregon State needs a stop right here. Another touchdown. Pretty much puts it out.
Daigle is swarmed.
Nice.
And he's dropped for about a 2-yard loss.
Like they had the blitz called.
Packy Ina.
Packy is
Dennis Edwards also on the stop.
Take a look at this. Packy coming from the left side of your screen, the right side of your screen there. Left side of the offense. Nice play. All the linebackers coming. You see Kane Rogers filling in. Edwards, Obilovich.
There's Packy Ina. Dilfer under pressure. Gets it off. It's intercepted. It's intercepted, and it's first down and 10 for the Beavers. Boy, intercepted by Reggie Tongue.
Was that a super play? He measures him all the way, times it perfectly. Look at this. Now, this is just wonderful. This is a young guy and good pressure right there. I think that was Tony, but watch this. Look at the measure. That's an athlete, folks.
Charlie Jones, the intended receiver, but a great play by Reggie Tongue. He had an interception last week against Wyoming. Another look at it.
Just a great leap right here. That's 4 interceptions on Trent Dilfer. You can't ask the defense to do any better than this, folks, and they've got 35 points against them.
Well, they'll start at the 5-yard line. Cedric Thomas. Oh, it's Paulson. Fine fake to Thomas, and Paulson takes it outside, where he's stopped by Tommy Jones.
Nice option there. Stay with the triple now, Beavers. The double has not gotten them anything today that I can remember. You remember that, Jimmy? Did we see a double option go for anything significant?
I don't think so. Not today. Second down and 5 for the Beavers. 3:45 to go here in the third quarter.
Wasted timeout. Ian did get the signal
and Oregon
in.
State will take a timeout. We'll do the same, and we'll return to Bulldog Stadium right after this. .342 to go in the third quarter, and the Beavers trailing 35-17. Tuesday night, the Big Sky meets the Big West as Boise State travels to Reno to face the Nevada Wolfpack. Boise State's new head coach, Pokey Allen, has his work cut out for him. And you can catch it all here Tuesday evening at 7. 2nd down and 6. Beavers at the 8. Thomas, the ball carrier, might have got a yard. Gene Smith on the tackle of Thomas. And they'll make the spot at the 12. It'll be 3rd down and a long 3.
I don't know what Oregon State's 3rd down conversion is today. 1 for 10, 10%. They were 18% after the first game.
Shields pitches and out of bounds across the way is J.J. Young, knocked out by Johnny Johnson. And they're going to spot the ball at the 15, so that's a 1st down. Just enough yardage for 1st down, Beavers.
This is the double option. Nice block by Cedric Thomas, or whatever that was, a tackle block the other side. J.J. just goes for it.
1st down, Beavers.
Oh, nice run.
Boy, real power run that time.
He didn't get much, but he got 2 more yards than he deserved out of the hit. Boy, that was super.
Young Cedric Thomas, so strong. He's only a sophomore. Brad Bell, the defensive end for Fresno, wraps him up along with Oman Stoutmeyer.
Well, he did get 4 yards out of that, and he was hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, Ray Penniman is coming into the game. Oh, it's Barcroft. Excuse me. 2nd down and 6 for the Beavers. Here's J.J. Young. Turns the corner. He's got the 1st down. Young with that great speed gets close to the 50 before he's run out of bounds by A.L. Glass.
Well, I'll tell you, he has got some speed. Wow. And do we see a penalty on this? I don't see a flag anywhere.
I don't think so.
Well, they're not spotting the ball. I'm trying to...
Well, there's no flag down on the field. Possible they took too much time.
Boy. We never saw the flag.
Yes, indeed, they did. Delay of game charged against Oregon State.
Well, this is the 3rd time in this, well, 2nd time in this series that the coaches have not gotten plays into these people. If you recall, a timeout wasted just a few minutes ago, and then that situation where they had to wait because the substitution didn't get in time. Barcroft tried to enter. Got to get the calls down.
Ball at the 17, 2nd down and 12. This is Paulson. Out of bounds at the 20, so he's going to be short of the 1st down. Johnny Johnson, who has played very well in this 2nd half and at the latter part of the 1st half, makes the tackle.
Take a look. This is the double option again. I don't understand that. Ian actually looked like he was faking like a triple. Boy, what a big play, that delay of game. Instead of the Beavers having 1st down beyond the 50, they're at 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8.
Well, another 3rd down situation for the Beavers. 3rd down and 8. Perfectly thrown.
All right.
And now there's a look at a successful passing game of Sylvester Green on the receiving end. Tommy Jones makes a stop along with Jimmy Johnson, and that's a big 1st down for the Beavers, a 3rd down conversion.
It's just a play pass off the triple. He fakes the fullback, comes back, set your feet, and now you can see if we actually get to see that again, Ian does not square around and set his feet, and that's why there's no zip on the ball. Take a look. Turn around and set it. It's just like a golf swing. You got to get turned, or a handball shot.
Ball just short of the 40-yard line for the Beavers. 1st down and 10. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Fresno State.
coaches were a bit unhappy last week with Ian's ability to set up, get his shoulders turned, put his feet where they're supposed to be, and push off with that right foot before he throws. And that's why the ball's hanging out there so much. Oregon State doesn't get a lot of time to work on the passing game, or doesn't give enough time to work on the pass offense. Ian has to get whatever he can out of it, take care of the technique, and zip the ball.
Beavers with that last third down conversion, their second of the ball game. Fresno State, an excellent club on third down, and they've continued that tonight. There's Ian Shields on the headset upstairs. Ian, a 5'11", 198-pound sophomore from Oregon State, came to Oregon State to play baseball. 17 carries for 47 yards for Shields. He had 42 yards last week against Wyoming.
Ian rarely makes mistakes. He's a real leader on the field.
Ball is spotted at the 40-yard line. First down and 10 for the Beavers. Paulson looking to throw. Incomplete, intended for J.J. Young. When he can throw the ball, he's thrown 7 times in his career for 3 touchdowns. Johnny Johnson on the coverage.
Well, that was an interesting little twist to the halfback pass. Instead of going deep, they take J.J., who's leading the play. Look at number 9 out there, and he just flies by. They're trying to sneak him by in the flat. Look at Shad just try to toss it out there. If he catches that, and of course Johnson did a real good job. He did not suck up there. That could have been a big play.
He had nothing but empty turf in front of him had he caught it. Second down and 10 for the Beavers. Paulson again across the 40, maybe the 42-yard line. Tackled by Leroy Colbert. That'll bring up third down. And time getting very short here in the third quarter. 1:35 to go. Well, Chad Paulson with that great first half. There you can see the play being signaled in.
Kick him, slug him, whatever those signals are.
Ball at the 42, third down and 8. Good blocking by Cedric Thomas. And it is
nice
caught.
Shot.
And a loose football on the ground, but he was down. Oh, it's no catch.
Well,
and Chad Paulson appeared to have caught it.
Sure looked like it. Let's take
From
a
our
look.
view, it looked like he caught it, but he did not, according to the official.
Now Ian gets set there. He gets set fine to throw it. Just needs to zip it a little more. That is a completion. He drops it on the. In fact, actually the ground caused the fumble right there. Take a look at this. Now let's see if Paulson doesn't catch it. Catch the ball. He's got it, folks. And actually, the ground didn't cause it. He had a fumble right there.
Golis, not a good punt.
This guy can return it now.
Charlie Jones comes across the 30 and pushed back hard by Dennis Edwards. Now there's 1 minute exactly to go on the third quarter. The Beavers trailing the Bulldogs 35-17.
Well, that was a big call right there. Oregon State did get the fumble too.
I want to remind everybody again that next week the Beavers will be at Washington State, and the week following, the 25th, it'll be the home opener in Corvallis against Arizona. Beavers, of course, had that tremendous performance last year against Arizona, and Arizona nationally ranked. Here's Rivers.
Wow.
Out across the 35 where he's stopped by Reggie Tung.
Just runs right through arms.
Now both Rivers and Daigle running through people tonight. Oh, they are tough. Let's take another look at that non-catch by Chad Paulson.
This is a catch. Take a look. He's got it for sure. The official on this side is the one that calls it too. He's got the ball. There it's knocked loose. It's knocked loose. Didn't quite get to see it.
No, it was close. I thought he caught it.
Big pile up in the middle, and
ball is going to be shy of the 40. Was Rivers again. He's had a long night. Eric Hale on the stop for Oregon State.
look at the thighs on Rivers.
17 carries tonight so far for Rivers. 87 yards gained. And that's the end of the third quarter of play in Fresno. After 3, the Bulldogs 35, the Beavers 17. Final quarter of the game about to begin. Fresno State leading Oregon State 17. So the Beavers need 19 and need to hold Fresno without a score to win this one. It's a long ways to come back in one quarter of play.
Well, the fourth quarter has been the Beavers so far this year, and it certainly hasn't been Fresno State. So let's see if it starts right here.
Once again, Rivers, and he's got all kinds of room. He's not going to go all the way, but what a gain across the 20-yard line of Oregon State. Reggie Tung makes the tackle along with Michael Hale, but the advance is too, let's see where they're going to spot it. Across the 20-yard line at about the 19.
Well, just take a look at the blocks right there. Wow. The guy's too strong to arm tackle. He's got great speed. Harris does a pretty good job just staying in people's way. Reggie Tung and Michael Hale put it together, but here Beavers have now given up the distance down the red zone again. Wow. What a day. 18 for 130.
We have the official attendance, and it is not a record, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Maybe a yard gained on the play. They expected a record attendance tonight, and it's very, very close. 40,048 here tonight. And the record is 40,136, so came very, very close.
Ball was carried by Daigle that time. He's had a pretty good day, too. I don't know exactly what his numbers are, but...
Well, there's no gain on the play, so it's second down and
Daigle.
10. Dilfer in trouble. Somehow escapes. He's got the first down, sliding across the 10.
Boy, he's hurting. Look at that.
He's motioning to be taken out. Trent Dilfer is a courageous young man playing in an awful lot of pain.
Well, good pass rush right here. Just make the tackle. Tony's actually Chad Solly from the outside. Nice block there on Kane Rogers, and Dilfer doesn't want to carry this ball. Look at this. Uh-oh, get me out of here. He's hurting.
Inside the 10 at the 9, first and goal.
I'm shocked that, or I'll be shocked if he comes back in this ball game. An 18-point lead, it's too much to risk.
Donati, the redshirt freshman, is back in at quarterback. This is Daigle. Gets to the 8. Bring up second down and goal. And there's Trent Dilfer being attended to by the medical staff. Boy, they can ill afford to lose him. He's in the top 10 in all passing categories here at Fresno State, and he's just a junior. So he's going to end his career with some numbers.
Well, he doesn't look like he's complaining of an arm bruise, Jimmy. He's looking like a dislocated shoulder, a collarbone, something like that. Whoa.
Welcome to the big time, Rich Donati. Ina Packy makes the stop.
Ina Packy.
Packy Ina along with Kane Rogers.
I think Ina Packy's at the Portland Zoo.
Ball at the 12.
There's a good shot of Packy Ina, number 51. The Beavers need a big play right here.
Third down and 12. Fresno State's done a good job of converting third downs tonight.
They can ill afford, the Beavers that is, can ill afford to give up another score.
Donati to throw, and he's going to be sacked, but there's a penalty play.
And I believe a hold, Jimmy.
Chad DeSully was the first man through to wrap up Donati.
Well, if it's a hold, it should be a decline right here and let them come in and try their field goal team. Let Mahoney kick it. Don't leave him out there again.
They're going to decline it, I believe. And here we'll get the information.
38.
Holding against the offense. Penalty is refused. 4th down.
You can see it. There's just a drop back pass coming now from the is it the left side, right side of the screen. Big hit on the back side. I couldn't see the hold. Now it's Mahoney's field goal would take it up to a 21-point lead. Significant kick right here.
37-yard field goal attempt by Mahoney. He's 2 of 3 in field goal attempts on the season. Every snap to him has been high, but he's been successful with it, except this time.
Now let's see what happened. They call a roughing the kicker penalty.
Well, there's another flag down.
What did they call? Roughing the kicker. Automatic first down, isn't it? Wow. This is... Take a look at this now. Again, a high snap. Let's see. There's the kick. What did he call? That's not the kicker. That's the holder. He got pushed into him, too. That's ridiculous. He gets pushed in by the up back, and the official calls a foul. Kicker was never touched.
Penalty, still 4th down.
Now, so it's still 4th down. 4th down and 15.
Wait till that official sees the replay. Sleep at the switch. Well, that's too bad for the Beavers, because that is the difference between 21 points if he makes this.
4th down and 15. At the 15, that'll make it a 32-yard field goal attempt by Mahoney, who gets a reprieve after missing a moment ago. Bailed out on a questionable call. Once again, the high snap. Really thumped that one, and it is good. 38-17. Fresno State on top of Oregon State. We have 12:05 to go in this ball game. .05 to go in this one. Fresno State with a substantial lead. Wednesday evening at 7, join host Tom Glasgow, Dave Grosby, Art Thiel, and Steve Rootman as they discuss the latest hot topics circulating around the Northwest sports scene. That's right here at 7 on Prime Sports Northwest. Ball kicked out of bounds. There you see the marker.
35-yard line gives the Beavers excellent field position.
That's a pretty good program we were talking about just a moment ago. Tom Glasgow, Dave Grosby, Art Thiel, and Steve Rootman on Sports
Kick out of bounds against the kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
That'll be first down at the 35. Oregon State trailing 38-17. Long ways to go. John Young, the fullback, barreling straight ahead until he's stopped by a Darrell Thomas. I think that's a Darrell Thomas first tackle tonight. Transferred in from Grossmont College, where he was an all-conference player.
Fresno
Pick up
State,
a 3 for Young to make it 2nd and 7.
Fresno State sure deals with these JC transfers. Seems like half their team transferred in.
Second down, 7. Nice fake on the option by Shields. And he has the first down. He's tackled by Tommy Jones and Chris Rockwell.
Well, there certainly is enough time left for the Beavers to get some touchdowns on the board. but they need them quickly.
They need some big plays. He did not start a game last year, but he won the job this past spring.
I thought I saw Sylvester Green. He did.
He did.
He's
He's
wide
set
receiver.
out wide to the top of your screen.
Here's
Fields looking. It's caught by Paulson. Shakes off the tackle. You have a first down across the 40-yard line. Run out by Chris Peters.
nice pass. Nice call. This is just a halfback coming across the pattern. Chad just keeps going outside, and there he is, and then beats Johnson. Johnson's there to make the play.
And so they move the sticks to the 39-yard line of Fresno State. 10:55 to go. A lot of time remaining in this game. Here's Young. Turns on the speed. Looks like he has a first down. Hit at the sideline by Johnny Johnson.
I like this series. Calls here, bits of variations off what Oregon State's run all day. Different looks, motion. Take a look at this. They send JJ in motion, then the quick pitch outside to him. Now watch him go for this. Johnson coming over hard from his free safety position. Chris Cross does another good job of just stock blocking that deep cornerback.
They need a couple of feet for the first down.
Offside.
Shields dropped for a loss, but there's a penalty flag. Papazian makes the tackle for Fresno State.
I think that was Adam Albaugh again. A couple of times tonight from that left side.
Dead ball. False start. Since the offense. 5 yards. Still second down.
Exactly right. That's what it is.
Well,
It's Trent Dilfer, who went out of the ball game injured.
I can't believe Jim Sweeney would put him back in.
I don't think so either. Ball at the 35. Second down and 6. J.J. Young, he has the first down.
Boy,
knocked out of bounds at the 25
he is
by Johnny Johnson.
So quick. When he gets that ball in his hands, he just explodes.
He's had a tough time of it. In the 3 years he's been here, he had 2 ankle injuries and a broken leg. Finally, in full health for the first time this year. And he can blaze. First and 10 Beavers at the 25.
Pitch.
Gets back to the 25. No gain in the play. Papazian makes the tackle. That'll bring up second down and 10. 10:20 to go on the game clock. Long ways to go for Jerry Pettibone and his staff.
Well, they got an option to this short side of the field.
It's caught by Olford. He can burn too.
Sure can.
Starting quarterback last year. Moved to defense and then back over to a wide receiver. Gets across the 20 where he's met by Tommy Jones and Omen Stoudemire.
Well, this is good stuff right here. Oregon State actually is just throwing the small. That's a hitch to the out receiver here. Get it to Alford. Teams haven't seen that all year.
Well, it's third down and 3. Beavers inside the Fresno State 20. John Young has the first down, rambling down to about the 13.
Nice call. Use the triple option right there. Ian makes the right decision. John Young runs hard and his offensive left side. Lay 2. Adam Albaugh and John Fienga clear it out.
Redshirt freshman Larry Colbert makes the tackle, assisted by Chris Peters. And his first down and 10 for the Beavers.
Big first down.
Ball at the 13 of Fresno State. Good job by Ian Shields.
Good run.
Oh, my. Denied at the 1-yard line. Pushed back. But an excellent run by Ian Shields.
Nice effort by Ian right there.
Excellent job of execution all the way around on that one. Tommy Jones makes the tackle.
Ian makes a nice recovery. He actually gets a little bit deep here. Take a look. He's forced deep. Now he cuts up. They're just trying to string him out, and he does an excellent job of getting up the field and then just going for it. Look at this. Just makes an effort, and he's still going. He makes it.
68 yards gained by Shields. Ball at the 1-yard line. Oh, John Young stacked up hard on the left side. Boy, was he popped. I think that was Brad Bell.
Well, the O-linemen right here have to just sell it into the end zone. The offensive linemen need to make the play themselves like they're carrying the ball. Fire out low and hard and clear the way.
Chris Rockwell shaking up on it. And he's going to leave the field. So this will bring up 2nd down and 2. A loss in the play to the 2-yard line.
Well, triple option right here. For the last time they were down here early in the game, I should say, they just ran the lead play. Led J.J. or Chad, and the other one followed.
Passing in the end zone, and it is caught by Olford. That is the first touchdown pass thrown by the second touchdown pass thrown by a Beaver quarterback since the Cal game of 1991.
I think that was to J.J. coming out of the backfield. Yeah, it was.
It was J.J., yeah.
Nice job, nice call. It's nice to see that Oregon State has enough faith in this to call it. You got both receivers out there open. Brad Barcroft also there. Nice job by Ian Shields just getting it out there. He certainly had a tough throw.
One after touchdown try by Collis. It is good. 8:12 remaining. Beavers still have a way to go, but trailing now 38-24.
Well, the Beavers are back in it right here. 2 touchdowns, and we'll see whether Dilfer plays. Dilfer doesn't play. Oregon State has a real opportunity to put some pressure on this young kid, start blitzing again, put some heat on him. They can stop the running game. They're back in it. Got a chance.
Stuckey's extra point brings the Beavers within 14. Still a lot of time to get some points on the board. 8:12 remaining in the game.
Plenty of time, but you got to have a defensive stop right here.
Let's go downstairs to David Endress.
Right now.
Setting up for the kickoff at the 35. David Dunn will be the return man, the only return man down by the 4-yard line for Fresno State. There's Dilfer. 15 of 24 for 144 yards. He was 31 of 38, 82% in the game last week in the loss, and threw for 3 touchdowns. He is quite a talent.
Well, it looks like he's going to come in the ball game too. That shocks me.
Taken by Dunn at the 3.
Oh, dude.
Look out. Excellent return back across the 40-yard line. William Ephraim runs him out of bounds. A JC transfer from Bakersfield College.
Well,
now Dilfer's got his helmet on.
looks like they're going to hold him. I can't tell whether they're going to send him in or not. Is Jim telling him to sit tight, or is he going to send him in? They are going to send him in. Surprise. You know, you're up by 2 touchdowns. Wow. That's the guy that you're riding your season on that arm.
First down and 10 at the 40. This is Daigle. slips as he crosses the 40. Got about a yard. Corey Hewitt on the tackle. 7:53 to go, and the clock is running. Beavers trail it by 14. Last year, of course, a real shootout. Oregon State winning it in Corvallis, 46-36.
Well, I guess this is a measure of Jim Sweeney's feelings about Oregon State and this offense and defense that they're playing now to keep his #1 quarterback in there.
Second down. Short drop this time by Dilfer, and it is caught by Lee Harris. Short of the first down, but advanced out to the 48. Buster Ilihi there on the stop.
Well, again, just a 3-step drop, and he's going to lay it out there with that quick out. Oregon State's giving him that. They're in a zone. But Dilfer isn't throwing the ball. He isn't zipping it right now. I don't blame him the way he looks like he's in pain, but big play right here.
Second team All-America last year was Trent Dilfer. Third down and 3.
Well, Rockies should be sending him right now.
Here they come. And somehow he gets through. These tailbacks are something. Rico Petrini on the stop. Daigle picks up the first down for Fresno State.
Well, they had the right call. The Beavers did. Had the right call. Got the people there. Somehow he manages to make it through. Let's say, right back from where he's looking. Let's see. Ooh, nice hole right there. Rico just needs to hold on for dear life, which he does. Boy, big first down.
Ball at the 48 of Oregon State. This time it's Daigle again. Comes across the 45-yard line. Tackled there by Corey Hewitt. Corey was a fullback in 1990.
Lots of changed positions.
Oh, yeah, a ton. It'll bring up second down and 8. 17 carries for 96 yards for Daigle.
So they're going to have 200-yard rushers tonight in Rivers and Daigle.
Daigle, the #1 returning scorer in the WAC conference this year.
Whoa.
This is Rivers. Well, Rivers and Daigle have just killed Oregon State tonight. The advance to the 5-yard line.
Well, this is a great run. This is a great run. Boy, is he strong. You know, look, they're leading. Now that offset eye, great blocking. Now just watch him. He just runs over people. Separates himself. He's so strong. He can just hold Will off. Boy.
Well, they say he was out of bounds back at the 11, so it'll be first down and 10 at the 11 for Fresno State. There's Ron Rivers. 18 carries for 155 yards. He has 11 100-yard games in the last 2 years now. Daigle.
What a nice play.
Well played. Well played indeed by Tom Holmes.
You see the quickness and speed of Tommy Holmes. 4.8 in the 40 for a 260-pounder. Now watch Holmes come through. He beats the block. Push from behind and just makes a nice play.
Second down and 11 now. There's Tom Holmes. Defensive tackle from North Bend, Oregon.
272 pounds now.
Played well tonight. Daigle.
Wow.
Don't these guys ever get tired? Daigle and Rivers. Down to the 5.
It's nice to get a blow like they get. These are two quality backs, and they seem to be able to share time, and the competition helps them.
The ball was spotted squarely on the 5-yard line. That'll be third down and 5.
Rocky Long signaling in his defense right now. Got to see a pass right here.
Harrison Roberson set out wide to the right.
Ooh, nice play.
No gain that time. Michael Hale makes the stop on Daigle.
Nice job.
Time running short. 3 minutes, 48 seconds to go with the clock running.
Well, this is should be an automatic field goal right here. Bring in Mahoney. Take it to beyond 2 touchdowns.
Now there comes Mahoney.
See a hospital group over
Chris
there behind the
Rockwell.
bench.
Chris Rockwell's shaken up.
Well, Mark Williams has come close to blocking a couple of extra points tonight. See if he can handle this field goal from.
I think they've got him on a
left hand.
stretcher over there. We can't see it really from here, but it appears that Rockwell is going to be carried out.
Well, it seems like when he left the game, he was holding his side, and he certainly went out under his own power. Now it looks like
Yeah,
it's
he's on
something
the
more
stretcher.
serious.
He's on that stretcher right by the ambulance.
Got a lot of people over there.
Rockwell has played well tonight. All right, here we go. Field goal attempt on 4th and 3. It'll be a 22-yard field goal if good by Mahoney. And it is good. So Fresno State puts 3 more on the board, and now we have just 3:42 remaining to be played, and the Bulldogs lead it 41-24. Not much time left. Oregon State down big, 41-24. Sylvester Green and J.J. Young are back to return. Now to about the 15-yard line for Sylvester Green.
Well,
Let's
Lance
take a look
Thomas.
and see if we can pick up what exactly happened to Chris Rockwell. He's at the top of your screen, number 98.
Take a look. This is the play. He was helped off at the. Oh, there.
Oh, ouch.
All directions. Got jammed up pretty good. And they're taking him off on a stretcher.
He's still being attended to over there. For the Beavers, it's 1st down and 10 at the 17-yard line. Paulson, led by Young, gets 5 or 6 around the left side. Larry Cook runs him out of bounds. That stops the clock with 3:31 to go. Tough to beat Fresno State at home.
Well, it sure is. It's tough to beat them anywhere, actually, but home they've been specifically more tough. And this first game of the year at home is, oh, look at a shot at Chris Rockwell. It is something that they're dealing with as a back or neck injury, obviously. Well, that's sad.
2nd down and 5. Incomplete. The intended receiver was Chris Cross.
Looked like Ian threw the ball off of someone's hand or arm.
That again stops the clock, so there's 3:28 to go. Fresno State, since 1983, is 57-9 with 2 ties at home.
Wow. 57-9.
3rd down and 5 for the Beavers.
There's a touchdown.
Young, because one man to beat, did not run out of bounds by Johnny Johnson. But he does get the 1st down.
This little slot formation with the motion, Oregon State's run 5 or 6 times the last 2 series. See JJ coming in motion right there. They run the triple. Nice pitch. Now JJ's flying. Free safety's done a good job tonight. Whether it was Jeremy Bryan, Johnston, Lance Thomas, they've all made plays.
And we have timeout taken by the officials. It looks like Rockwell now has been loaded into the ambulance and would be driven away. This can be a very violent game.
Oh, it sure can. That's a scary situation. The neck injury. So many times it happens from somebody on your own team, too. That's coming from the backside and just aggressively playing football.
When play resumes, it'll be 1st down and 10 for Oregon State. The ball just beyond the 39-yard line in Beaver territory. Shields going deep over the middle. Incomplete, intended for Chad Paulson, and there goes the flag. We might have interference. It was James Burton covering Paulson back on the 20-yard line.
Maybe they got him for celebrating.
Isn't that a ridiculous rule?
Oh, what happened to emotion in football, huh?
Yeah, these are young men. I think they're entitled to that emotion. Certainly not to taunt the opponent.
No, I agree.
They do all their dances there for 10 minutes, but to show some emotion, get excited after a score, there's nothing wrong with that.
Defensive pass interference, 15 yards, automatic 1st down.
And that was a good call. He did interfere. He cut him off as the ball was coming in. Burton just keeps running in that case, and nothing will be called.
So now with 3:15 to go, the ball is in Bulldog territory, just shy of the 45-yard line. John Young gets to the 40-yard line, tackled by Papazian. He may lead this club in tackles tonight.
Chris Royal playing now at the wide receiver position. There's a guy who can go up for the ball.
Oregon State forming quickly on 2nd down and 5. Shields incomplete.
Cross up on a signal there.
Yeah. Nowhere's near the intended receiver. But
yeah, he did zip that ball. He zipped it, but it looked like JJ. I think it was JJ checked up. It looked like he was running it out into the flat and up, and then he just stopped. And Ian threw it deep.
Beavers haven't used a lot of time on this drive. Still have 2:49 to be played. Ball at the 40. 3rd down and 5.
Well, a little option back to the weak side again is good for a 1st down.
John Young, he may have the 1st down. He's close. Stopped by Chris Peters. He had a shoulder injury last year. Only had 1 tackle against the Beavers last year. And he's played well tonight. Chris Peters, middle linebacker.
He has such an oddly wrapped injury. His right leg, maybe you'll even be able to see it, is wrapped up like a shin splint or a deep bone bruise. Get down there. There you see it. Cost him his starting job tonight, but he has played a bunch. I don't know whether I like this, Jimmy, where they call timeout and everybody runs over to the bench. Kind of looks funny.
While we have a moment, we want to remind you that the executive producer of Prime Sports Northwest is Clayton Packard. Tonight's game produced and directed by Michael Odino. Our production manager is Carl Malone. Teresa Cuthill, our program director. Operations manager is Liz Surrett. Facilities provided by Group Video Productions. The ball placed at the 37. 4th down and 1. Shields has the 1st down. Gets to the 25. He's stopped there by Papazian again. He's got 12 tackles tonight.
See Brad Thompson in. Big freshman at the right guard position, number 69. Let's see how he blocks right here. Oh.
Out of bounds at the 25. Nothing gained. Once again, it's Papazian on the tackle.
He's had a bushel tonight.
James Burton over there helping out as well. J.J. Young gets nothing. That'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Beavers. Once again, that clock is stopped. We still have 2:23 to go.
He summarized this game, and it was offensive mistakes that has kept the Beavers from being in a position to win tonight. whether they were penalties, fumbles, you name it. The defense played a pretty decent game.
Second down. John Young, a fine run to the 15-yard line. I think he's going to be just shy of the first down.
First down.
John Young. All these fullbacks have run well tonight, and here's an example of it by John Young.
Tucks that ball on the triple, runs hard.
Guess who made the tackle?
Papazian. Shot at John Young.
They're going to bring the stakes out and measure and see if it is a first down.
Well, Oregon State's
just
a little bit
inches
short.
shy. Looks like about 3 inches. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Beavers next week will be at Washington State. And Washington State piled up a ton of points. I think 52 points against Montana State today. Jim Sweeney, of course, coached at Washington State at one time and did an outstanding job over there. Third and a yard. Actually, third and inches. Young across the 10-yard line. Chris Peters on the stop.
Well, the Beavers, Ian, doing a real good job of just reading what's there now. They're running the triple down the field.
Now it's going to be first and goal for the Beavers. Ball just inside the 10-yard line. John Young, and it's very close to the 5-yard line.
Don't throw the flag. Now what do we got?
A little scuffle. Oman Stoutmeyer makes the tackle on John Young.
With John Garrett, it looked like got a little bit excited, but I didn't see a flag come out. That official reached for his right pocket, but then did not pull it, which I think was a good non-call.
A minute 40 to go. Nothing this time. Once again, it's John Young. Might have lost a yard. Papazian on the tackle. He must have 15 tackles by now anyway.
It sure seems like it.
It is exactly 15 tackles. Clock is running. A minute 20 to go. And Ian Shields grounds the ball to stop the clock. Stops with a minute 14 to play. Not a happy night for Jerry Pettibone and his staff. But they made a lot of progress since last year.
They've made a ton of progress, but the things that burn Jerry up are the penalties and the mistakes. This whole system is based on hard work and outperforming the people you're playing across from, and that means no mistakes.
Well, that is one of the things they focused on in practice this week. Not to make mistakes. Stay away from the penalties. 4th down and 5. Touchdown. John Young, the workhorse on this series, bangs in for the touchdown.
Good job. Good read. 4th and 5. And obviously Fresno State giving that inside play. Take a look here. Ian reads it, puts it in, and he can see it all the way. Ooh, look at the nice block there. Nice tackle by John Garrett.
And Young really protects the ball well when he runs.
Watch John Garrett here, the right tackle. He just leathers out a good head in the numbers tackle and tackles his man so the fullback can score.
Beavers will go for 2. 1:11 to play. Shields fumbles the ball. And he's down at the 20. So the 2-point attempt fails. And the score remains 41-30. Al Gass on the tackle of Ian Shields.
Well, if we
along with Gene Smith.
See that again, we'll see which hand the ball is in. Take a look here. See if he gets it to his outside hand. No, it looks like it was hit out of both hands. He's got to be ready to pitch and got to be ready to pitch with the hand that's away from the line of scrimmage, so the guy can't come in, stick a hand in it, and end your play.
1 minute, 11 seconds to go. 41-30. Beavers trail it. It was a high-scoring game last year. In these 7 games played in the all-time series, Fresno State has averaged 28 points a game against Oregon State.
Well, they score a lot of points. Typical WAC team. Lots of speed, lots of passing. Tonight they got a couple of runners that just looked absolutely awesome.
Beavers would like us to remind you that you're encouraged to take part in the various Beaver Club and Beaver Huddle functions around the state. Check your Beaver line or call the Beaver Club for your area's time and location. There's the onside kick.
Beavers got it.
Looks like they do. It is Oregon State ball. No time taken off the clock, so it'll be first down and 10 Beavers at the 47-yard line with 1:11 to play.
Sylvester Green, there's some speed, folks. Watch Sylvester, you'll see him right there. Let's just see what happens. It pops up in the air. Sylvester's got it on the run. I would presume they call it a muff, so Oregon State will get it back where he touched it. They did.
Oh, that's very alert play. Perfectly executed onside kick. Time very dear now. 1:11 to go. Shields just is intercepted. Intercepted by Tommy Jones, and he'll run it in for a score. Tommy Jones, who was the National Player of the Week in junior college last year by Sports Illustrated, picks one off, returns it for a touchdown.
Well, take a look. Ian just sets up. Get your feet set again. He's got his feet going all over and throws in. You know, Oregon State just has a real tough pass offense when they get in that situation. They got 2, maybe 3 receivers out at the most, and J.J. Young has just absolutely tripled. Ian's got to set his feet and throw that ball. He's got happy feet.
55 yards on the interception and return. Mahoney to kick the extra point. Every snap tonight has been high, but it hasn't bothered him. That one is good. 1 minute remaining to be played here in Fresno, and the Bulldogs lead it by 18, 48-30. And Jim Sweeney is plenty happy along with Tommy Jones. Yeah, he likes that.
He does.
Another reminder to you Beaver fans, Coach Pettibone is inviting you to greet the team at the Beaver Walk before each home game. The team bus will arrive on campus at the Memorial Union at 10:45 in the morning. And you can enjoy free Reese's Fine Foods picnic items at the end of the Beaver Walk. And you can do that in 2 weeks when the Beavers open at home against the University of Arizona. A very fine and tough football team.
Sure are. That'll be a good game. Good one to open up with. Schools be in session by then, and hopefully a full house.
Well, Jerry Pettibone did a great job against Arizona last year, holding them to a tie. They played very well. And Arizona, of course, nationally ranked last year and this year. Let's go down to David Endress.
Well, guys, the teams move on now to next week after 1 minute to go here to play. Oregon State goes to Washington State to play, while Fresno State heads to New Mexico. Interesting, 2 years ago, New Mexico and Fresno played. The final score was 94-17 Fresno. That's a lot of points.
Whoa. 94, that's double what we got.
That's about 3 games worth of points. So Fresno State to kick off with 1 minute to go. And they're comfortably in front, 48-30.
Well, it's too bad to have 48 points chalked up against this defense, who actually didn't tackle as well as they did last week, but played a fairly decent game.
Sylvester Green at the 8.
Hit it running, Sylvester.
Fumbles the football, and Fresno State is recovered. Larry Cook recovers the ball, and with 52 seconds to go, it's Fresno State ball.
Well, Sylvester hits this hole hard. Timing's pretty good. You can see that, and he blasts through. Just protect it. He's going for it right there and just doesn't see the guy from behind. Just protect the ball a little more, but a nice run, nice into the hole.
That was Rich Donnie who popped him to jar the ball loose. So the spot is at the 36-yard line of Oregon State. First down. And they're just going to try and run out the clock. Crowd doesn't like that.
Jeez.
Here's some boos.
Well, I'll tell you.
They scored 48 points and they're being booed.
Look at this. Look at He's saying, yay.
Yeah.
He wants them to cheer, not boo. He's saying, yay.
Clock still going at 30 seconds.
He's pretty funny.
And they'll one more play and it'll be over. So they'll just let it run out now, and Fresno State will tack up yet another home opener. The all-time record in home openers is 51-15-4 for Fresno State. And the Bulldogs have now won 10 consecutive home opening games and 18 of their last 19.
Boy.
That's amazing.
Amazing little dynasty he's got down here. They do a great job. They play well and great facilities. Nice town to recruit into, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah. Gets just a little toasty as it did today, about 100 degrees. It's really cooled down. It's about 78 now.
Seems like there's a pool in every yard we saw, though, coming in on the plane.
So the series now goes to 5-3. Fresno State on top. Fresno State avenging that 46-36 loss last week in Corvallis, or last year in Corvallis, I should say. And it'll be a tough ride home tonight for Oregon State. We'll be back with a final word right after this. Well, the game is over at Fresno, and Fresno State wins it 48-30, and you'd certainly have to consider Fresno State the favorite going